The following podcast contains some strong language and some very average opinions. Any references to actual people are wildly inaccurate. It's probably best if you don't listen at all. The Roaring Peacock Podcast. Welcome back to the Roaring Peacock main cast. The week began with us losing Rodrigo to quarantine and Rafinha to a knee roll. Unlike Brolin, who we lost to sausage rolls, or Adrian, who we lost to Neymar rolls, or even Gary Lineker, who was lost to toilet rolls. Speaking of eating pie, Leeds were forced to eat humble pie as our arch nemesis, ourselves, struck again as we gifted goal after goal to Leicester while politely refusing to take our own chances. Unfortunately, we dug our own foxhole on Monday night and then took a shit in it. Having just returned to fitness, Liam Cooper is being called to international duty. We expect a completely depleted squad to crawl back after the break. Leeds Women's FA Cup run came to an end at Barnsley, with the ladies not able to capitalise on some good spells. But as the old adage goes, they can now focus on the league. The fortunes of the under-23s continued despite a younger lineup. 2 goals from the Mersey Messi sealed a 4-1 win. It seems we can't go through a week of 2020 without some saddening news, and this Saturday we heard the passing of former Leeds player Marius Zaliukas after a 5-year battle with motor neurone disease. Our thoughts are with his wife and son and all who knew him, and our wishes of condolences can't stop there and must also go to the family of Andy Powell, whose tweets from the COVID ward as he battled the virus were so moving. His profile read that he was a proud bus driver and proud granddad. In better news, we were delighted to see Gianni Alioski amongst the group who accepted the League Managers Association Performance of the Week award. We've no idea why. Someone else smiling incongruously, our owner, someone who deservingly commands respect for all he does, posted a now-deleted pic of Gray and Keys in Leeds shirts. To be fair, he deleted it faster than it took Sky to fire them, but still not as quick. They're still not as quick on her as Siam Messi, who is quick on her feet and with her flag and very capable as well. Meanwhile, a Leeds squad wages list was published on the website footballleaguefc.com, which of course no one can validate. Noteworthy mentionables included Bogus being on a wage that I would not sniff at, 400 quid a week, Wassim Boy and Lawrence fucking DeBock stealing a wage still, and our new signings hitting dizzying heights. And in non-Leeds related news, Boris Johnson fucks up another press conference. False starting 3 times as he eventually announced he would do what the scientists recommended he do 3 weeks ago. After weeks of saying that a lockdown was Labour's terrible idea that would ruin the economy, the Tories announced their new plan going forward was a national lockdown. 2020 is set to end like the car crash it has been, with the US elections, while in Europe, myself, living in Vienna, had my own sliding doors moment, deciding to rush home instead of head to the pub, as shots were fired in one of the strangest games I've watched, as I got messages from friends and colleagues trapped throughout the city of Vienna. Let's hope there is still a world to discuss by the time we finish this podcast. My name's Adonis. You know me as the Adelites on Twitter, and joining me to discuss all this and more is our man on the post, Ross.
Evening.
And our resident riot badger, Alex.
It's all gone to shit.
It's gone to shit her than it was. What a fucking week. Jesus Christ.
We recorded a podcast on Friday. Did I imagine that?
One on Friday, one on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday. And I'm here again.
Still all that news. All that stuff's happened.
Oh, we could probably skip it this week. Not much has happened. And then
2 days ago.
Radrizan is like, hold my fucking beer. Let me just stand with these 2 bigots. Sorted. Oh. I didn't realise he deleted it. That's good.
Yeah, same. I saw your small face picture, and I couldn't tell if it had actually been small faced or not because Keith's face is so weird these days.
That's exactly the technique that I go for. It's got to be just on that uncanny valley of
Just subtle
really?
enough.
I got tagged in. Thanks to everybody who tagged me in it because it was quite amusing. But there's a small face pumpkin that somebody did, and I was tagged in it about 40 times. But I appreciate it every single time.
I've only ever tried one small face, and it was that ref. I can't remember his name now.
Oh, from Wolves, wasn't it?
Fucking dickhead. And yeah, I made his face very, very small, and now I realise that that's not how it's done.
No.
Oh.
You've got to get it in the uncanny valley. You pinch it, and then no, it's still yeah. There we go.
There's the perfect little level of it.
The alleyway of uncertainty.
That's it. We interrupt this melancholic shit show of a podcast to bring you a shred of positivity about sea otters. I don't know if sea otters support Leeds. I don't know if there's been a Leeds United player that's like sea otters inordinately. Possibly Johnny. Might do. He sounds like one. But anyway, sea otters, furry little legends that they are. When they go to sleep in the ocean, they hold hands with their partner or their best friend, so they don't float away from the group. How cool is that? So, hold on to your friends. Like an otter. They might smell like fish, but they're all you've got.
So what was that picture all about? That was 17 years of beIN Sports, was it?
Yeah, I think there's an interview on there too with Radrizzani, which will not air now.
God.
I think he just didn't know.
No,
I think he doesn't know. Maybe he just doesn't realise.
Does he live in his own?
There's obviously
little
not somebody
bubble?
there. Yeah, there's not someone there. Yeah, he's in his little bubble. That's right, Ross. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously not somebody there who has the authority to sort of say, Andrea, this isn't a good idea.
What the fuck are you doing?
he needs some PR, a good PR person to kind of like just guide him slightly. I mean, he's not far away from doing it right, but it's like we're only like 2 mistakes away from another Myanmar.
See, he gets it almost completely right, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But when he gets it wrong, he gets it really, really badly wrong.
Yeah, I still take him over to Noel Bates, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Would Bates have done any worse than Myanmar?
It's incomparable. It's just, Bates was 97% wrong and 3% right. And Radrizzani's the complete opposite. So.
Yeah. We'll take it.
But I mean that would have made Bates proud if he'd have thought of that. Or post-season tour, that's a good idea. Post-season friendlies now. That's a bit of a way to make some money. And let's go to genocide country. Brilliant.
And I could leave.
You just committed
the
to
current
genocide,
manager
I'll
out
be
there
there.
as well. Not flying back. Should we talk about the football?
No. Next.
Should we just get rid of it really fast? It's a bit bad, wasn't it?
It was disappointing. If Bamford puts that chance in, I
Yep.
think it's a different game altogether. The fact that they were still showing replays of it while the ball was crossing the line at the other end just shows that Azeds had gone in the second minute, and it was just a slog after that one. We go again.
I mean, he had that headed chance, didn't he? And then he had another chance where he what's that fucking thing that you bounce on in the back garden? Trampoline footed it to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So that was two pretty good opportunities that we carved out, and if we score those 2 goals, then it's looking different. And then Pablo, first bit of magic of the season, it hits the post. So that's 3 goals already. You're talking about us having it in the back of the net 4 times. So we've had chances, we've created chances again, but the issue is the unforced errors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Koch doing for that first one? What was he thinking?
Yeah, just smack it into the stands. Don't try and play it back to the keeper from there. Just get rid of it. Only bad things can happen on a really wet pitch. Try to roll the ball back to the keeper.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't rain in Germany. He's not come from like some tropical climate. He's not a Brazilian.
Yeah.
There are a number of problems with that first goal. One of the issues was Ayling has told Koch to play it back to Meunier.
Yeah.
So that's the first mistake.
He should have just
Second mistake is Koch Cock listens to him.
Yeah.
Third mistake is Cock plays it without looking up. So he's looking down at the ball when he kicks it. He didn't really look up enough to say, okay, this is the situation. Vardy's right there waiting for it. And the fourth thing that went wrong was Cooper. Cooper left Vardy and drifted off to the back post where no one was for no reason. Absolutely no reason.
Yeah. Jamie Vardy's an odd one. I don't know. He's obviously a very good striker, but he makes people terrified to do things, and that's how he gets these chances. His pace. He can't be the quickest striker in the league. There must be quicker strikers than him, but I think it's his movement and he knows where to go.
Yeah. I mean, he has got some pace on him, and we had to have Harrison marking him at one point.
Yeah.
So he's not the slowest, but he's definitely got a knack of getting in the right place at the right time, which is he essentially won the Premier League for them. I mean, you have some good performances from other players, but he's essentially was the catalyst to them winning the league. So, and he's still got that flair. So,
I think that's not to be forgotten from the game last night. This team won the league 3 or 4 years ago, and they were step by step with Liverpool last season until they fell away right at the end. So they're a very good team. Some of the Leeds Twitter obviously has gone a bit mad. I haven't seen anyone calling for Bielsa's head yet, but they're definitely there somewhere.
Have you been on Facebook? Because
I haven't today. I've avoided it like a fucking plague.
No, a big meltdown, and there always is when we lose. I think we have to think while we're tempering our emotions. We do lose.
Yeah.
Football teams lose.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the game. You can't be on it 100% of the time, and that's why one of Bielsa's famous quotes is, "If footballers weren't human, I would never lose."
Yeah.
So I think we have to remember that as well, that we're just human.
But we're just so conditioned for having so many seasons in the Championship as well that we've got to win the majority of the games to have a successful season. And we don't to have a successful season this season. We need to stay up. It's 40 points.
Yeah.
Even a point per game, I think, would be enough.
Yeah, we've got 7 points from 7 games. If we break it into 7-game chunks, we've got 40 points by the 28-game mark. Love it. Brilliant. Yeah. That'd be a great season.
Well, Bielsa's win percentage has thrown us a bit as well. It's given us this false sense of security. And I think that's almost the phrase, isn't it? False sense of security. I felt like we were so confident after Villa, and we didn't have that little bit of bite that you saw, especially like from someone from Bamford. But you can't just criticise him because that's just too easy.
Yeah.
For the second goal, Click runs over. Not quick enough.
Yeah.
Not strong enough. Not hard enough into the tackle. Phillips is nailing that cunt. I don't know what it's called. Pratt?
Yeah.
I think it's Pratt.
Yeah.
I think it. Yeah.
Yeah, Phillips is leaving it on the floor, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes out to the wing, and I can't remember who was there. Another cunt in blue. and Dallas is way too far away from him. Way too far.
Yeah.
And you can't allow crosses like that. Especially
it's a decent save from Elliot until he hits him in the face and unfortunately falls straight into Tielemans' path.
Yeah.
That's the bit of luck that we didn't have as well.
Yeah.
We interrupt this melancholic shit show of a podcast to bring you a shred of positivity. You know what, guys? Happiness is not about getting what you want all the time. It's about loving what you have and being grateful for it. You ungrateful fuck.
Yeah, nothing seemed to fall our way, and then we created our own problems in the first half. No one seemed to be able to pass the ball 10, 15 yards to each other.
No, it's terrible.
It was really, really bad. It's the worst I've seen us pass the ball. We started brightly second half, and I think, I don't want to criticise Bielsa, but taking Pablo off seemed like the wrong decision because he was just starting to get into the game.
See, I disagree with that because he looked shocking all the way through. The only bit of magic that he's done is that shot. He
did look off it, and before that shot, I was just saying to my wife, I don't want to admit this, but maybe this is a step too far for him at 35.
Yeah.
But I don't know, a little drop of the shoulder and 2 inches lower, and that's a goal. I thought he was just kind of getting into the game and then bringing Roberts on.
But Roberts doesn't offer. We had this conversation last night on Twitter. He doesn't offer anything more than Pablo does, apart from fresh legs.
Yeah,
I think that's all. That's what it was. I don't think anything was going to come from from Pablo, unfortunately, because we're in that situation where they've got every player behind the bar. I need a beer. Behind the ball, and
they've got every fan behind the bar.
Yeah, they're pulling pints,
trying to pour their own beers.
So they've got everybody behind the ball. We're on the edge of the box, passing it left and right, trying to find an opening, and that is where we do not succeed ever.
Yeah, no,
we can't break that down. So I knew straight away from that we're done. Studal scores a freak goal. I'm disappointed that he didn't put his finger up in the air like Stephen Warnock against Yeovil. But yeah, it was inevitable after that, I think. I think when Pablo hits the bar, I think, we've definitely got a chance. But then we just struggled, huffed and puffed, and then he's got to make changes. Pervada didn't do really much. Saw a bit of trickery, but they never found a second ball.
I thought Harrison moving to the 10 I think he looked really good there. And he was kind of drifting out to the left as well, and they were doing the overload with him and Costa on the left wing. I thought they was getting a bit of joy through that, but I don't know how it all fits together when everyone's fit. Who plays 10 and who's on the wings, and I suppose you need a squad for it's a long Premier League season, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, we need his injured players back. One of them has obviously been on Tinder with anybody who's got symptoms. We've got Rafinha, who's stubbed his toe, I think.
That came out of nowhere. Where did that injury come from?
He's seen the weather. Yeah. Have you seen him in the fucking stands? Yeah. He's wrapped up like it's middle of winter, and he's taken one look at that weather and he's thinking, "Oh no, boss, I've rolled my ankle." No.
Puddles on the football pitch. That's not used to this.
It's probably the worst rain I've seen in a game as well. And like Barney said in the group chat, this will probably get called off. Of course it won't. It's on Sky. Yeah. But they'd be swimming around. They'd be on submarines and playing football because of the money that's involved. They'll never call a game off like that.
No, they couldn't.
So,
no. It could be snowing. It could be minus 30. The players could be losing ears, having to get them cut off.
It could be like
the Sky would be like, get them fucking back out there.
It's the sequel to Alive. They're all in the Andes, but Martin Tyler's still going, and it's light. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
They're munching on Kiko's leg in the corner near the corner post.
Yeah, on to Palace at the weekend.
I wish we still had Augustine.
He was big Kev. Tasty Kev.
He had a lot of meat on him.
What happened to Paddy Kenny? Anyway, Crystal Palace at the weekend.
Yeah. They don't overly concern me, apart from Will Saha.
We're a bit more cautious about doing the big talk, giving the big talk now.
Yeah. To be fair, I wasn't that confident anyway. The thing that gave me confidence was the fact that they had a Europa game and stuff like that, and they were travelled and stuff like that. But when that lineup came out, it's like it's a Championship versus a Premier League game. That it's not the same. So I kind of expected us to get kick shitless, but I think the result is fair. I think we deserve to lose. I don't think we deserve to lose 4-1, and that penalty was a real. Yeah, it's really soft.
And I don't know how they can have that many phases of play between the actual instant and then giving a penalty.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. What would have happened if we'd have scored, and then what would they have done?
Yeah,
Chopped
what
off
happens?
The goal? I don't know.
If we score while they're still looking at it, does that not count anymore?
No, it can't do, can it?
That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I don't think it would. But I love how we flirted with talking about Palace for about 20 seconds, and then we've gone back to the misery. As much as we all claim to hate it, we do love to wallow in it. We're fucking running a bath here and getting in there.
Something to look forward to with Palace, though, is they got Andros Townsend. I hate that thing as it comes, so hopefully we can smash him.
The one thing, I do have one criticism, and that is corners.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point?
It's a bone that has never been picked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they've never addressed it.
No.
And even people like this is where you get those people on Facebook who are like, even Warnock could get us doing corners properly. And
nothing else. But we're great.
I mean, it's true.
We haven't got enough height in the team to play corners like we want.
Yeah, that. No. If all of your players run to the same point in the 6-yard box, right?
Just put the ball there,
and you put the ball to the back post where nobody is, then yes, I agree. No one is that tall. Yeah. Nobody can stand on the near post and be so tall to be able to head in a corner that's been put to the far post. You'd have to be so fucking freakishly tall for that to happen.
I'd love to see if, like, one of us stats friends could see if we are more dangerous over the last 3 seasons from an opposition goal kick than we are a corner. I would theorise that we are.
I think from an opposition corner than our own corners.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely scored more goals.
I would bet that we've conceded more goals from our corners.
Yeah,
because
everyone's upfield.
We always look open at the back, obviously.
Yeah.
But from a corner, especially so, because all of our fucking defenders are in the box waiting for a ball that's never going to come.
Yeah.
So what happens at corners? Well, we wait there, we see the ball fly over his head, and then we trudge back.
And Stuart Downs has 4 men running at him.
Yeah.
Anyway, before this podcast, we were like, okay, we're not going to fucking talk about the game, are we? And look what we've done.
Yeah.
How miserable is this?
I know.
I tried to put on my monologue. I tried to put a good spin on it. You know, we've dug a foxhole. We've done a big fucking shit in there. We just have to eat the pie.
I do like the fact that you have now researched the Lineker incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to see that. Lineker shitting himself. You should have seen the crazed look of glee in my eye. He's going to do it. There he is. Oh, he's fucking done it. Look at him. And now he's smelling his hand.
I can't believe you hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
It's quite possible I've forgotten about it.
Yeah, you kind of put stuff like that to the back of your mind when you see like a England player shit himself on the field.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. I don't think about Lineker that often. And it has been 30 years. I was 4 at the time.
We'll let you off just about.
We interrupt this melancholic shit show of a podcast to bring you a shred of positivity. Magic doesn't happen when you settle and choose safety nets over jumping over cliffs. Magic happens by standing face to face with fear and letting it know that you are worthy, you are brave, and your dreams matter. So take up some damn space in this crowded world and make your dreams come true. And leave us a review. Thank you.
Okay, anything else? What should we move on to now?
Anything but that game.
Yeah. So we've touched on Gray and Keys. Mm-hmm. Not quite as much as they would have liked to have touched on
any female in They're just absolute dinosaurs, are they? And the dinosaurs are broadcasting. It's like watching a bootleg Jim Davison DVD whenever you see them come on being Sports. Like, oh, crap, they still exist. They've not been cancelled.
Yeah, I fucking love Jim Davison and Jeff.
What gets me is the apology, where he doesn't apologise.
Yeah.
Where he walks around not apologising for 10 minutes. Walks around in his verbals, and then he makes out that he called her and she just put it off to banter, and that was the end of it.
She was just fucking being
polite to you. She was being polite, and she wanted to get off the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking clueless.
She's sick of him calling her anyway and breathing heavily anyway. So. For legal reasons, I have no evidence of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No,
this is all
he did
a
it.
legend.
No one had these bring us. Or Keezy, whichever one.
I mean, get your tits out for the lads. Yelling that to her. I mean, from the skybox.
Crying out loud.
What else is on the agenda? Come on.
Yeah, let's move on from that. Zaliukas? Any
that was
memories
a shock,
of him?
Wasn't it? Well, apart from the Sheffield Wednesday game. Yeah. That's my main memory, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was obviously rumours of him being drunk while playing and stuff like that, but, it kind of pales in comparison now, what's happened to the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad. For any player at that age, it's far too young. No matter if it's contracted with Leeds or if there's any sort of connection, it's still really sad.
Yeah.
Poor bloke.
Yeah, I was surprised that to hear that he had motor neuron disease. I didn't hear anything about that. No. So he got diagnosed about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
And around that time, his contract with Rangers was terminated by mutual consent. And then I think he went to a Lithuanian side. So I wonder if that was the case, that he found out and then that's what happened. I mean, you only have the information you've got to go off and speculate. But then he played another 2 years after that for a Lithuanian team, which I find absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, to play through that, that's is incredible.
So yes, very strange news. Okay, now the UK is in a national lockdown. Tell me about that. Tell me how that feels.
I put a positive spin on it now. Tell me about the lockdown where you can't see your family, and it's just grey skies and darkness now.
Yeah,
and tell me the positive bit.
At 5:30, it was pissing it down. It was pitch black. I got to work, and we've kind of put things in place already to limit the amount of people that are in the shop and all that sort of stuff. We're not shutting, we're staying open because we're apparently essential, a hardware shop. And people are moaning at me. So no, we're only allowing 20 people in the store at a time. And I said, oh, fuck you, no, we're not even in lockdown yet. Like, what difference does it make, mate? Like, it's either going to be today or tomorrow. Like, you're going to queue up eventually.
Yeah.
Stop being a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Do you need your hardware that badly?
Apparently
Are you
so.
fucking jonesing for your hardware that much? I mean, what is this fucking heroin to these people?
It must be.
I need my fucking power tools and my wood now.
You wouldn't believe the fights people have over multi-finish plaster. It's like gold dust. If you can get hold of a pallet of it, it is like fucking gold dust.
To be honest, like in the last lockdown, I did a lot of DIY and I need some skim, and trying to get that was insane. I think I found one tub of it. Luckily, somebody had returned it because they'd read the manufacture date as the expiry date. Said it's not dirt. And give it back. So I'm like, I'll have it. So there's a hole in this house that's been filled with that. So I've got some actually. If anybody wants some, I've got half.
If you're on eBay, mate, you can at least treble your money.
Do not try snorting sawdust at home.
Yeah, this country's going to go to shit. It's going to last for 4 weeks, and then we'll be unlocked down for a couple of days, then we get back into lockdown, won't we? Basically, I think.
Yeah, we'll be allowed a weekend to see his family.
Yeah.
And go Christmas shopping and eat out to help out and hands, face, space.
Everyone can catch it again.
And whichever catchy slogan that they come up with then, don't be a dick. And then we'll be back in lockdown over Christmas, so... Yeah.
Get dodgily elected and give billions to your mates to help out.
Yeah, or be bribed by Dominic Cummings because he's got something on you, allegedly.
Right. Come, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Well, I've arrived.
Sorry, I do that 27 times a day.
Yeah, it's the thing is as well. There's a report I read today. I think Telegraph put it out that the R rate's come down to 1, so there's no need for a lockdown. As much as I'd love that to be true, I don't think it is.
No.
And R is a really dodgy number to use when infections are low, but they're higher now. So maybe I need to see more on that. I need more sources before I turn around and give it any credence. But yeah. It is what it is.
Thankfully, football carries on.
I mean, there's hot spots, aren't there?
Yeah.
there's hot spots and there's cold spots, and there's people who don't see and other souls. I mean, there's people who like live on hills and shit that don't see other people. You know.
Yeah, that's me.
The hills of Scotland or whatever. It's just one man and his dog, and they've both passed COVID to each other twice already. So,
fuck's sake, lassie, not again.
Okay, and the US election. Anything about that? I mean, this is completely non-Leeds related now. It's not even the UK.
Oh man,
we just don't want to talk about football, but yeah. I mean, I worked nights when the last American election happened, so I listened to that live and couldn't actually believe what was going on. So
neither could Trump.
Staying up.
You see him come out like, I guess I'm the president now.
He shall remain the president, won't he?
I was in the United States when the election happened and the results came in.
Jesus.
And yeah, it was a very crazy place and people were not happy. At least the people I was with weren't happy. And then I went to the Midwest and then I found a lot of happy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump, USA, #1, Trump. Not crooked Hillary.
I really hope that it would have been Kanye. Or at least The Rock or someone.
Just anybody.
But public opinion changed pretty quick as soon as he started actually making decisions that affected a lot of people. So the thing is that the way it relates back to football is that we are partly owned by the 49ers.
Yep.
You know? So it does affect us. It's not completely unrelated. Yeah, and I guess I should talk a little bit about the terrorist attack in my city of Vienna.
Yeah.
And then can we sing a song or something? Because I'm feeling a bit dark now. A lot of dark subjects.
I can read some of our reviews in a minute. Okay, so we'll do the terrorist stuff and then we'll do the reviews. Right?
Not a sentence I expected to hear ever. And now in Peacock terrorist news. I don't mean to make light of a really bad situation, by the way. That's not what I mean.
Yeah, you're safe.
You have to laugh, isn't it?
You were very close to the whole thing yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was. It's not like I would have been going to that bar or a bar on that street or along the way, but I would have been out on the street and I would have been in bars and walking adjacent to areas and then through areas that they were searching. Their helicopters were circling near our place and in the adjoining suburb. It's called a district here. I guess they're a bit smaller than your typical suburb. But yeah, one guy we play football with, he was in a bar very close to it, heard the gunshots. Everybody got down on the ground, was, screaming and very worried, and they stayed there until the police came and told them where they could evacuate. My colleagues were they'd closed the cafe, and the advice from the police was don't leave where you are. So my mate was stuck in a pub, which is a lot of people's dream, I suppose. They did run out of tap beer, but I think they gave the bottles a good go. And it was only until a girl called the police headquarters, and the police headquarters said, "Look, you're probably going to be okay if you get taxis out of there now," because then they opened up the roads from that part of town. So that's where I would have been at 3:30 a.m. trying to squeeze into a taxi on my way home during a global pandemic as a terrorist attack was going on. And the news at that time was several shooters, 6 different locations.
Jesus Christ.
17 people injured or dead, and yeah, now there's been four people who have died. So yeah,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to get into religion or politics. Well, politics is fine. Religion is a little bit harder to get into it, but there is no sky fairy worth killing people for. That's all I'll say.
2020. It's a fun fucking year, isn't it?
2021's going to be amazing, isn't it now? Come on.
Yeah, the sequel to this is going to be something special.
I like how all like films and stuff and, you know, Mayans and stuff like that, world's going to end in 2012. They were just out by 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
Chutulo or whatever it is. Yeah. Maybe it was just a misreading of the Mayan calendar.
That's it, yeah.
But, I mean, I started the year in hospital because of Crohn's disease. Got free of that, and then got COVID. Was sick for 2 months because of that. Then there was this lockdown, and then we won the league.
And we started the podcast, and even got things got worse.
Winning the league was good. I mean, that's all right. Exactly. None of us could experience it, but that's a bit bad. This is,
silver linings.
We interrupt this melancholic shitshow of a podcast to bring you a shred of positivity. Once there was a bird. After a long day, it felt tired. For shelter, a tree's branch it preferred. But unfortunately, a strong wind occurred. The skies wildly thundered, and the clouds continuously poured. Most of the nearby branches were tampered, but the bird's spirit did not get shattered. Confidence was filled in its eye, for it knew it's gifted with wings to fly. On external factors it did not rely. It spread its wings, and to the tree it bid goodbye. Similarly, all our insecurities and dependencies we need to untie, face the things that defy, and finally, believe in yourself is what this story does imply. Or whatever, I'm not your real dad.
Yeah, do you want to hear some reviews? We've got 3 new reviews since we last.
Yeah, let's listen to them. Go on.
This one's from Jib Aslam. Not another Leeds United podcast. That's the question I hear you ask, but this one is better. Subscribe now before Riot Badger small faces you. 4 stars.
4 stars. I didn't even get 5. Cheers, mate.
4 stars allowed. That's iTunes rating is it's good. That's what 4 stars mean.
This one is better than the other podcasts.
Yeah.
The other podcast you gave 5 stars to, mate.
Yeah. This one from Rosie Popey 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Great new Leeds podcast. Up the Peacocks. Give these guys a listen for some great LUFC content. 5 stars.
Yay! Thank you.
That's a good one. And one from Ingham 46. Great podcast.
I was only kidding, by the way, Jib.
We're happy with 4 stars. This one is very worth a listen. Good addition to the LUFC podcast family. 4 stars again.
Oh, thank you to our one listener who's got multiple IDs.
How have we got good reviews
now? 10 reviews, 19 ratings. 12 of them are 5 stars. 3 of them are 1 star. 1 star is I hate it. So thank you for those 3 people that have taken the time to at least rate it. If you actually fucking hate this show. Why would you do that?
Brilliant.
Why do you listen then?
Yeah. But yes, good reviews. I like it. Keep them coming.
Yeah, please. It makes us
So
laugh.
I now would like to, thank you to everybody who's given us a review, and best wishes to the guy who said he hates it as well.
3 guys that said they hate it.
You just make it worse, mate. Just knife twist.
Now I'm going to draw the. Okay, so we're giving away. This podcast was on the way down a slippery slope to the sea of failure, and it's fucking crash landed now, and I've completely lost the plot, and I don't know where I am.
I can't wait for the next section where it's like, can you tell me about a time when you lost a family pet? Come on, mate. I'm interrupting.
So we're giving away a print of John to Groning's artwork. He's a very like very, very, very good friend of mine. I'm proud and privileged to say. And so if you don't know his work, check him out. He's at JLM Dragoning, and I'm sure you've seen it around anyway.
Definitely will have done.
But yeah, so we're giving away one of his prints, and it goes to
Detention.
Oh, that person retweeted it but didn't follow us. Okay. You've got to follow the rules.
Unlucky.
Okay, wait a sec. It was so much better when you had your fancy schmancy...
What, commentpicker.com?
Fancy schmancy way of doing it. What was it?
It was just commentpicker.com. It's just and other sites are available, but yeah, just put a CSV of names in. Picked it. It's just a little animation of the names flying over and everything, and then shows you a name.
Okay, and it goes to Noi tutti amiamo Leeds.
That sounds like an expensive postage.
Keithley, apparently.
That's all right.
Massive fan of Leeds United and the NFL Oakland Raiders. Hates everything about Man U and liars. Loves to tweet. Blogs and co-owns We All Love Leeds website.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Well done. Enjoy.
There you go. It's the lad who owns the All of Leeds website. So there you go. Enjoy your free John Tregoning print. And if you missed out, don't worry. We'll have loads more shameless self-promotion competitions.
He's also left us a review. He's Ingham from the review.
Oh, so he has followed the...
He deserves it, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Definitely.
Good lad.
He's
What
left
was
us a
his
one-star
review
review.
like? What did he
It
say?
was the 4-star review, but it says well worth a listen. Good addition to the Leeds podcast family. But still, 4 stars is great.
Okay, the
so.
one...
I'd have loved
that
it if you were like,
criticised.
and the winner is so-and-so, and we'll look at his review. Pub fare, wouldn't
Pub
bother.
fare. Too much politics.
Yeah.
Not for me.
They don't even talk about football. They just raffle on about politics for 20 minutes. It's fucking shit.
Oh, dear. We'll have to get something else to give away now. Like, if you can just make us laugh. It basically have to measure the amount that the review makes us laugh. And,
Yes.
then you can win.
I like it.
We need to scramble for everything we can get with laughs at the moment in this year.
Yeah.
You mean the terrorist stuff is good.
Did either of you see the under-23s game?
I saw the goals. Gerhardt's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know
Joffrey.
where he'd fit into
Yeah.
the first team, though. That's the problem.
Well, by the injuries that keep going, he'll find his place at some point.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, a lot of people have been saying he's wasted in the under-23s. He should be in a first team somewhere in the Premier League, which I can kind of understand that, but also he's probably at the best place for his own development as well. So, you know, how do you take that away from him?
I'd quite happily see him in the first team squad instead of Roberts. It sounds like I hate Roberts. I don't hate him. I don't know what he does. That's all.
He's just massively off the ball. If you think about like how he played at Hull, compare that to how he's playing now, it's a totally different player. He just seems to have lost that confidence on the ball.
Yeah.
So get Joffrey in.
Yeah, do it. Young striker. At least he's not Ryan Edmondson. Call for another young striker's name instead.
Yeah, what's he, 16? He's right for the Premier League. Throw him in.
Yeah, work for Rooney.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened in Rooney's personal life. Been a Premier League footballer at 16.
Did I see right that Rooney and
Worked for Jimmy Milner
Ronaldo
as well.
are the same age?
Okay.
I'm sure I saw that. I'm sure that Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo are the same age.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
One's an incredibly tough paper round.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And
Well,
one
it's
looks
a bit
like
bad of a paper round if
balding,
you're stopping
fat
at every
fucking
pensioner's.
twat. And the other one's, yeah, I mean, he's a bit rapey, isn't he? Allegedly. It's also a bit of a wag. He's just that, you know, if you were playing Sunday League and when a guy scored and he ran over to the corner, took his top off, and then flexed his muscles, You'd think he was a fucking dickhead, wouldn't you? And that's what Ronaldo does. And just because he plays at an elite level, I still think that's kind of a bit of a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, absolutely.
His net worth is $450 million, which is the same as our owner.
To be fair, if I had $450 million, I'd probably be ripping my top off and flexing my muscles as well.
Who's going to stop you?
So I'll take it all back, Ronnie. Well done. Keep doing what you're doing.
Congrats.
You scum.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's all his look, his aesthetic is all false, because we all saw him when he were in at Man United when he first started, and he looked like he'd eat an apple through a tennis racket, that lad. And then Batty absolutely cleaned him out. So, and it's after that experience with Batty that he thought, I must do better. So where the making of that kid. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, he should repay us, really.
Yeah, should be. Give us 50 of that 450 million and be fine.
The season on loan.
Personal payments to the Adelates are available. Just send us a DM, Cristiano, and we can sort that out for you. Easy.
Absolutely.
It'll be great.
And we'll get Ronaldo Vieira back. And we can have Ronaldo and Ronaldo.
Ronaldo Vieira. Oh.
He used to be a teenager.
Oh.
We sold him on deadline day. No, we didn't we? So.
Almost.
Yeah, we did sing a song, and I feel so much better now.
Yeah, that's right. We sang a song. That was great. I was thinking about singing some songs tonight. Probably just stick to one, though.
Yeah.
I think one's enough.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far with it, do you?
No. We don't need to do more songs. We'll think about it.
That's a general rule.
I'll tell you what. If 2020 starts getting any shitter, I think we might have to start putting in a few more songs just to brighten things up a bit.
What Disney do with their movies?
But just turn it into a musical. So it's like, and here's the news.
Roaring Peacock the musical.
Christmas podcast, though.
And when they open up the ice rinks again, we can do the Roaring Peacock musical on ice.
6 broken ankles.
Ronaldo Vieira.
When did you start supporting Leeds, Bryn? When did you start supporting Leeds, Bryn? When did you start supporting Leeds? Supporting Leeds. Jazz hands.
Wrexham isn't the answer.
Is there anything else on the agenda? What can we? I was like, get on with our lives, but
Zero, nothing.
Nada.
There was just an opportunity to be silly, so Alex and I grabbed it with both hands.
We're going to beat Palace, aren't we?
No.
That's it. Confidence gone.
We're getting relegated now. No. I
think, but Bielsa's been found out.
Yeah.
And
burnout's happened, none of us plays good enough. Bamford is going back to the championship.
Burnout's kicked in early.
Yeah. No, we will bounce back. We'll bounce back. And I wouldn't mind if we do lose, as long as we see a performance and we see that we've got the buildings are coming back from that last result. I'm happy with that. But we should be beating Palace, in my opinion. It's only Zaha that I'm worried about, but he's in my fantasy league, so if he does score, fair enough.
I say don't go near him in the box, he's going to go down, but if you don't go near him in the box, he's going to shoot. So somewhere in between the two. Because
it's London as well, isn't it?
Just keep Clicky away from him.
So we're away at Palace as well. So that southern summer, they're still in summer down there, aren't they? So that beautiful weather will give us a fine, crisp pitch to play on. And,
I live on the south coast. It's rained non-stop.
Get those passes going.
Sorry.
Is that your bonfire? I'm just about to piss on it.
What's weird though, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Will you only get 3 o'clock Premier League game on Saturday?
Oh dear. Who's showing it? Is anybody showing it?
It's on PPV.
Oh, fun.
Oh, cool. It'll be on my Totally Legit box then.
Yeah. I shall definitely be paying £15 to watch it.
Yes, definitely will.
Yeah. Yep. 14.95. Don't forget that 5p.
Oh yeah.
What a saving.
Well, here's a little fun fact about my past that nobody needs to know and nobody will find interesting. Used to swim 6 times a week for the city of Leeds. And if the weather carries on like it is, I'm happy to give the team some free swimming lessons.
Yeah, that's it. Premiership water polo, be great.
And we can be Leeds United Water Polo Club.
It's a different direction.
I don't know why they haven't branched out into that. I don't know why Bates didn't do something like that. He wanted the hotel, didn't he? Didn't he want ice hockey as well?
Oh, there is an ice rink now next to Unrad.
Right. Yeah, Rizdale, that's right. Yeah. I mean, he could have had Leeds United basketball team like Barcelona have. He missed a trick there and a hoop.
Just looking at the goal scorers for the Palace game, and slightly worryingly, Bamford's 9-2, and then it's Rodrigo, Rafinha, Tyler Roberts, and Pablo.
So one of them that has got COVID-19, one of them that has got no ankle, and then Tyler
Roberts. Jesus Christ.
If Tyler Roberts is the answer, the question hasn't been understood.
Yeah.
I've heard that Llorente might be ready for Saturday. And I've heard that Rafinha might be okay for Saturday as well.
And Forshaw's training. I don't ever believe that.
No, not sure that's true.
No.
I
did see that earlier, but it can't be true. It doesn't exist anymore. He's not a real man.
Substitution for Leeds. He's like just gets up from the bench and rolls his ankle. Oh my God. Not again.
The quickest
he gets up from the bench.
Gets up from the bench.
Anyway, he's going to need at least half a season with the under-23s. So I wouldn't expect Forshaw back this side of Christmas.
Yeah.
No. We'll have a vaccine before we see Forshaw.
Oh, God.
Honestly, we will.
Still, the last time we lost 4-1, we won the next 7 games in a row. So, things are looking up.
Fucking hell. Thanks, Ross.
God,
where
that's
were you
it.
at the start?
Yeah.
The start of the pod.
How long have
with
we been in for it now? I mean, my God, it's been an hour, and
Oh.
that's the first bit of positivity we've got.
Has it? It's been an hour.
Almost, yeah.
Well, I can't even believe you've made it this far. But I've got to say to you, I am very, very proud of you. What a trooper you are, trudging through the dirge that we've just served up for you. For free, but fair enough. You've still spent your time with us, and we really appreciate it. So, the best thing I can do for you, I'm not a man of many means. So, find me on Twitter, send me a DM, it's @RiotBadger, they're open to everybody, and tell me that you've found this. Your code word is, the pigeon flies at midnight. And I will go through your Twitter account and I'll find something that you're proud of, and I'll tell you how proud I am of you for that. I'll tell you that your beard looks sexy. I'll tell you that your cat is the nicest looking cat I've ever seen. And I'll tell you that despite what everybody says, your baby isn't ugly. Do it. Do it now.
Oh, fucking hell. We've got to end this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm calling it. It's end. Should have called it fucking half an
Time
hour
of
ago.
death,
It's terrible.
1934.
It's like some torture device, this pod. You think it's hard to listen to? It's fucking hard to do.
Yeah, we're doing it for you, you single listener, you.
Yeah. Well, it's been a very miserable time from Ross.
Yeah, I've had a really shit time.
You can follow him at RossBell1984, and it's been a fucking awful time from Alex.
I've had better visits to dentist, mate.
Follow him at Riot Badger, and it's been a god awful, miserable, fucking shit 2020. Fucking end it now from me. And if you want more uplifting news, join us.
Join us next week when we beat Palace.
Just to clarify, when we say end it now, we please don't.
Just press stop. Don't do anything else beyond that.
Tune in next week as we live stream the end of the world as the asteroid comes crashing in and finally puts a full stop to 2020. And that was your main cast. Thank you and goodbye.
Laters.
Oh, God.
Most of our stats come from LUFC Stats or LUFC Data on Twitter. You should probably give them a follow as they're more interesting than us. A very special thanks to Adam Elliot, Adam Warner, Barney, Stuart, Cookie, Ewan and Howard, Metcalf, Josh Pearson, Laura, Leon and Rob, The Light Show and all our family and friends.
So many games to play, don't care what's on your mind.